They released the album, and tragedy struck.
Well, they were going to release the album, yes.
Yes. A double tragedy struck the band, really, when you think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Because, just after the release, I think it was a week after the release or a week before the release.
It's a week before release.
Week before release, Kurt Cobain committed suicide 1 week before the release of it.
Yes.
He was 27.
Yes.
And even more damning for the band, Kristen Pfaff was found dead in her apartment after a apparent overdose, just days before embarking on the world tour. She was also 27.
Yes.
So she's part of the 27 Club also.
Mm-hmm. And Pfaff was replaced on tour and in the band by Melissa Ofdemar, who I adore.
Yes. Thank you for saying that, because I wouldn't have been able to pronounce it.
Yeah. So here's the thing, and here's where it gets all yuckadoo.
Yeah.
Okay. Due to the sudden death of Cobain, rumors were started that he had ghostwritten the album. However, these have been debunked many times through the years, including by an biography of Kurt. Drummer Patty Schemmel, who is a longtime friend of Kurt's, stated that Love and Erlandson wrote the album. Courtney Love was absolutely insulted by the insinuations, saying, "I wanted to be better than Kurt. I was really competing with Kurt, and that's why it always offends me when people would say, 'Oh, he wrote Live Through This.' I'd be proud as hell to say that he wrote something on it, but I wouldn't let him. It was too Yoko Ono for me. It's like, no fucking way, man. I've got a good band. I don't need your fucking help." Here's the thing. Yeah. And that's a quote from her from Spin in 2014. All right, so here's the thing. All right. You need to look at the origin albums for both bands.
Yeah.
If you listen to Pretty on the Inside and you listen to Bleach, okay? When those two albums first came out, Pretty on the Inside outsold Bleach initially. Yeah. Hole had way more buzz than Nirvana initially, okay? And if you look at the sounds of both bands on the time, Pretty on the Inside sounds more like Live Through This than Bleach sounds like Nevermind. So it could. There's also the argument. Now look, I don't think anybody ghost wrote anything.
No.
There is the argument though that Courtney had more of an effect on Kurt's sound than vice versa.
Yeah.
Because as they were discussing, they were looking for a more pop-ish sound, which if you listen to Celebrity Skin, which is the album after this, it evolved into. Yeah. So there is a natural progression through that. Whereas Nirvana was very, like, there was Bleach, and then they were, shined up, buffed out before Nevermind. So I think it's safer to say that maybe y'all don't come for me too hard. I don't think anybody wrote anybody's music. I do think that you're not gonna have two musicians in the house and one not be, and they're not influenced. Well, not even competitive, but just be influenced by each other.
Yeah. Okay,
it's not going to happen.
Well, let me ask you a question, right?
Sure.
This you want people not to come for you. I'm going to pose a question that will make people come for you.
Oh, joy. Okay.
Well, and I say this as an Oasis fan, right? Mm-hmm. Because critically, Oasis only had 2 albums. Critically, okay? Did Nirvana only have 1 album?
No, Nirvana had Nevermind and In Utero, and Utero's fabulous. I mean, I think so, anyway.
Okay. Well, you like to stand on the shoulder of giants as well, though. So.
I know. I'm an odd duck. So.
Okay. No, that's fine, because here's the thing, right? You mentioned Bleach. Bleach came out in 89, I think. And Live Through This came out in 91. Live Through This came out at the same... Not Live Through This, excuse me.
Pretty on the Inside.
Mm-hmm. That came out in 91, which is around about the same time that Nevermind was released. Because Nevermind came out in 91.
All right.
But Courtney'd been in the scene longer than Kurt.
Yeah, I mean, she was in Faith No More for a very brief amount of time. Babes in Toyland for another brief amount of time. And a couple other bands. I mean, Courtney was out there.
Okay. And like I said, that's what a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people have this image of Courtney Love riding the coattails, and it's not the other way around. At the same time, it's,
Yeah, here's the thing. She didn't need him. Let's back up for a second. Well, she was money hungry. No. Courtney Love was a trust fund baby.
Yeah.
Her mother was... I can't remember if her mother was a Bowsher alum, but she was one of them. And her dad was in the music business. Her dad was a manager for the Grateful Dead for a while.
Oh, that's
now,
really
granted,
mad.
because he used to put acid in her bottle when she was a baby, which
explains a lot.
So much. But also, Courtney was an actress.
Yeah.
Courtney was in the Sid and Nancy movie.
Yep.
Courtney was in she was in a Western. I don't remember which one it was. But also, she was around enough scenes to where Andy Warhol even put her on one of his 15 minutes of fame things back in the day. Okay, now did she waste a lot of her money on drugs? Absolutely. But Courtney, I mean,
yeah,
she didn't need it.
No. She and like I said, like we said a minute ago, her band after Nevermind got a bigger cut of the pie than what Nirvana would have gotten.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's
yeah.
It we can put that to bed right now. Courtney Love did not need Kurt Cobain. Kurt Cobain did not need Courtney Love artistically.
Right.
Compare them. They might have bounced ideas off each other.
Right.
They might have, collaborated every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
But in the grand scheme of things, they didn't need each other.
Right.
So.
Yeah.